You clicked on this video because you want your room to be as amazingly clean as mine right now, but you don't want to do it. Unfortunately, I cannot visit all of you guys and clean up your rooms, but I have something to offer. If you watch this entire video and actually pay attention and, do what I'm suggesting, then I will almost guarantee that you will want to clean up your room afterwards. If that sounds good to you, let's start. But before I give you the exact method that I use to clean up my room, which is pretty simple because otherwise I wouldn't do it, before we do that, I want to tell you exactly why it's so important to clean up your room, because that is eventually what's going to give you the motivation to, go and do it. So first of all, a quick disclaimer. And I want to say that if you have the time to do it right now, then do it right now. But cleaning up your room properly does take some time, and don't be discouraged right now and don't think like, fuck, I need to spend like hours every week cleaning up my room. No. You need like probably 2 or 3 hours, but you only have to do it once because a clean room is very easy to keep clean. And you also clicked on this video because you want to improve your life in general. And step 0 to improving your life is actually cleaning your room, because it's going to make everything else that you want to do and that you want to pursue way easier. Everyone knows that with a clean and tidied up room, not only do you feel way better, but you also get more stuff done. And that is not a coincidence. So just imagine, or probably not even imagine, just look at your desk right now. Chances are it's pretty unclean. There's lots of different items, just lying on your desk. And they all scream for your attention, and they do that by saying, for example, if there's 2 socks, they scream, please, please pick me up and put me somewhere. And that happens with every single item. They all want you to, do something. And the more items you have, the more overwhelming and chaotic it becomes, because every time you walk into your room, all of these items that just lay around scream for your attention. And the classic and common Gen Z reaction when we get overwhelmed is, unfortunately, to just grab a phone and watch some YouTube. And that is probably one of the worst ways to get things done, but that's just what we do. Not only does it completely overwhelm us with, screaming for our attention, what it also does is it distracts from the things that we actually want to do. For example, when my desk is full of different things like, I don't know, letters, eviction notes, drugs, socks, underwear, when my desk is full of items that, are screaming for my attention, the chances of me looking at and picking up the book that I wanted to read become very unlikely. So, if you want to do some stuff, if you want to get something done, then the more stuff you just have lying around, the worse it is and the harder it gets for you to actually, get this shit done. So that means less items make it way easier to focus on the things that actually matter to you and to focus on the things that you originally wanted to do before you opened your door and, went into your room. And if you don't have random shit just laying around, it also prevents that Gen Z reaction of constantly pulling out your phone. So the cleaning method that I use, because it's very simple and it doesn't take that long compared to others, is I start by separating my room into sections. And the section I start with is the one that bothers me the most. And in my case, that's my desk, because that's the one area that I use the most in my room. So if that's completely, untidy, that bothers me so hard because I sit at it every time. And if my desk could be, cleaned up, that would mean the most to me. So that's the area that I'm going to start with. And for you, that might be something else, but just choose the one area or section that's, the most important for you. But we're going to do everything, so, it doesn't really matter, but it does matter for the reason that you always want to do the hardest thing first, or the one that's the section that's the most annoying because it's hard to clean up, it takes more time. because if we start with the harder ones, the easier ones after that are gonna feel like, it's not gonna feel like work. We start by having our section, and then we just take each and every item, for their own. And just take one item, look at it, and think, do we need that? If we don't need it, just put it in the bin, or, give it to someone who may need it. But it's best to, sort out many things. And then if you have, for example, here a bookshelf, just take out everything, look at it, see what you need. Before you put it back in, take something like a microfiber cloth, which I use. And I use it because I don't need to, wet it. I don't need water for it. I can just use it that way and just clean the dust off of my shelves. And when the shelves are clean, just put the books back in, put, I don't know, paper back in, put whatever you have in there, put it back in, and go to the next one. And if you've done that with every single section in your entire room, and really don't skip out on anything because it's gonna annoy you, it's gonna, catch your eye. The one section that's just completely messy, don't leave anything out, just do everything. And when you're done with that, just take out the bigger things, like, for example, your chair or a sofa, put it away, and just vacuum your entire room. And the reason you need to do that is, first of all, because it's just annoying if you constantly walk on cookie crumbles on your foot. It's not that nice. And also, chances are you have a dust mite allergy. I do, many people have, and it makes it very hard to breathe properly. My nose is always, fuller when I don't clean my room, and I have trouble sleeping properly. So chances are you have that, and for that reason, it's very important to keep your room dust free. And now, 3 tips that I have to, that I think are very important for the process. And the first is, sort out as much as possible, because the less things you have, the less just random things that are annoying you. And it's just better to have less. Also, if you have, for example, here right next to me, you can't see it, but I have like empty sections where there isn't anything in there. So that means if I buy something new, or I feel like I need new space to put something, I have that. So that's like very practical. The second tip is, if you have random stuff, very small items like cables, power banks, all sorts of stuff, then use something like this. Just use small boxes to organize. It's gonna be way easier to clean. Imagine just having these cables lie around somewhere. You have to, clean them, each and every one, for their own. A box is very easy to clean. It looks better. It doesn't distract you as much. Like I said, less items, less distractions. So that's very important. And the third tip, and probably the most important one, do it right now. I know that you like to procrastinate. I do as well. But if you have the time, I beg you, do it right now. Don't even, if you enjoyed the video, don't like it. Just, I beg you, please just clean your room. That would mean way more than a like to me. If you clean your room, you're not entirely done yet with, you know, getting yourself ready for improving your life, because there's one thing that you need to do and you know it. There's another, step 0, and that's getting your to-do things done. If you're a procrastinator like me, that's gonna change today. You're not gonna be a procrastinator anymore. You have a lot to do that's piled up because in the past you've been procrastinating. Like I said, that's gonna stop today. So the next video, and maybe you're gonna see it on screen right here, I will show you a very simple way to organize all these different to-dos in a way that makes you get them all done quickly. So just click on that, but only if you've finished cleaning up your room. Don't watch it before that. Really, just, I beg you, just clean your room. It will be so much better. You will feel amazing. When I walk into my room right now, I genuinely just feel super good just because it's clean. Like nothing changed besides the fact that I cleaned my room and I feel so much better. So it really does wonders, and I hope I made you want to clean up your room now. If not, I failed. But yeah, leave me some feedback in the comments, and maybe tell me what you want to see next. And with that said, I wish you a good day.